You say support came out a week ago, just about, and I took it to my last two locals and did decent. I think both times I went 2-2. The first locals, I one round my opponent just gave me the win, and the other my opponent left earlier, so I didn't really play. And then uh, today, my last locals, I went 2-2 while actually playing the game, and it was it was fun. My losses were to Dracotail and White Forest because both games, like we went to game three, both games, and both times my opponent went first, and I just opened up like zero non-engine or zero side that I was hoping to open. But other than that, I'm super glad to have new 5D support. 5Ds is my favorite TV show of the series, and Synchrons are my like favorite deck. Uh, Probably my top favorite deck. So I'm really glad that they got actually good, decent support, and it's not just whatever. Um, so I wanted to do this as kind of like a not as a like some of my other deck profiles, like oh I went 4-0, or like any like showing off kind of video. I kind of more wanted to do like a documentary kind of thing of progress that I've made with the deck, and you know whatever. But I'll just go over what I played today. So for the Synchron cards, I'm just gonna call them the Synchron cards. Three Full Speed Warrior, three Righty Driver, and two Stardust Synchron as kind of like the main. These are all one card combos. Um, Stardust is the weakest one card combo probably, um, but it's a one card junk speeder, and if you can get that to resolve, you're basically winning the game. Um, Full Speed is a new card. It on normal or special, it searches for a Junk Synchron or a spell or trap card that mentions Junk Warrior, and then during the battle phase, it gives all the Junk Warrior cards, monsters, plus what 900, yeah, which is really cool because it enables like the new like Junk Warrior Extreme and then boosting with OG Junk Warrior, which doesn't come up because I don't play those cards yet. I'm not sure if I will, but yeah, this is a one card starter. Righty Driver is also a one card starter. It plays better into Droll, which is heavily played this format because of Mitsurugi. Um, you normal it, you summon Lefty from the deck. It's a level 1 tuner that can be treated as any Synchron tuner, and a level 2. So you just make the new Scrap Warrior and full combo, which is really cool. And then Stardust Synchron. The new Synchro Fellowship mentions Stardust Dragon, so you're able to actually search it with this, which is really cool. I only played two today because I didn't want to like, I don't know. I've looked at a couple other people's lists before I played, and uh, some of them only played two. So I just wanted to try it out. I think I just play three because like if I only open this and a bunch of hand traps, this is still a one card combo. So I think I'm gonna up this to three. The main deck is 42 right now. Um, but those are the monsters that are one card combos. For the spells, I played triple tuning because you just search the um, start a synchron. Three of the synchro fellows. Uh, this activates. You add basically a junk synchron and a monster that mentions junk warrior, and then you discard a card, which sets up like add junk synchron and full speed, discard full speed, normal junk synchron, target the full speed reborn, and make junk speeder, which is basically kind of all this does. However, it also lets you add um, a monster that mentions Stardust Dragon. Um, so you can search this if you need to. You can search Trail if you're able. There are some lists that play Stardust Worm as like an extender off of Illumination to make it a, or kind of do a line that makes Speeder unaffected off of Axel Synchro Stardust, which is kind of a brick, but it's also, if you can get to the point where you can use it as an extender, is fine. Illumination is not a one card combo. You need a monster to pair with Illumination, but I mean the deck is a lot of monsters, so you just go activate Illumination, send this, normal summon a monster, activate Stardust, tribute, summon, search this, effect, add Junk Synchron and the new Sonic Chick, discard Synchron, Chick effect, summon, and then make Speeder. And this is a one card combo. You just go Rhoda, summon, or add the full speed, and you're kind of just good to go. It is not surprising to say that this deck dies to Droll and Lockbird. It's just, I mean, besides the righty line, the deck just dies if your opponent has Droll, pretty much. Unless for some reason they Droll you in like a weird spot. Like if you activate Fellows or full speed add Fellows and they don't Droll you there, they're kind of just trolling, which luckily I haven't had people do that to me just yet. They've Drolled like just immediately. So yeah, these are the one card combos minus the 1.5. Yeah, I think I just up Stardust to 3 because it's a pivot and a starter. It's a pivot more so. But yeah. And then for the Synchrons, I play 2 Junk Synchron. I think it's mandatory to play 2, just because if you open it and you open Fellows, if you just play the 1, you can't activate Fellows. But yeah, you just he kind of just makes the deck. 2 Scrap Synchron. This is a new one. It can be used from the hand if you synchro summon using something that needs a Synchron monster, and then it can substitute itself for any Synchron tuner. So anything that needs Junk Synchron, the new Scrap Warrior needs Scrap Synchron. If you play the Jet Warrior, you can replace this with, or you can replace Jet Synchron with this. 1 Revolution Synchron and 1 Assault Synchron. I think this ratio is fine. I kind of want to. I think the problem with Scrap is that it's really good to open when paired with a level 2 non-tuner. So like Scrap Full Speed Warrior or the Righty Driver if you brick on it. But also if you open up a level 4 non-tuner monster, you just go normal summon level 4 and then you can just make Junk Speeder. I think. Let me just make sure I'm not reading this. I don't think this has come up yet. This is an early. Okay. Oh yeah, you can just use this from the hand anyways. I don't know why I don't know why I thought Speeder just needed Junk Synchron or something. But yeah, it can use itself from the hand, and it can replace a needed Synchron with itself. Assault and Revolution are fine. They're just levels that you can summon. Revolution is both a 1 and a 3. I kind of want to try a list that has Wheel Synchron and Jet Synchron, because those are also good. I did get nibbed in my Dracotail match, and after resolving Speeder, and I kind of wish I had the Jet Synchron to kind of just try and keep going. And I think if I had the Jet, it would have been better. So I might replace 1 Scrap with a Jet Synchron. But Wheel Synchron is a bit of a brick. Um, it's like the worst brick, and then Assault is basically just necessary. And then for I guess the non-tuners, one Trail, one Lefty Driver, and one Sonic Chick of the new Sonic Chick. Trail has been glued to my hand all day long, and I don't know if it's like the way that I shuffle, but I've seen her in every single hand. Um, Righty Driver, Lefty, sorry, is the one that you summon off of Righty. It's a level 2, so you can, like I said, Righty is a 1 tuner that can substitute itself. Lefty is a 2, so you just make the new Scrap Warrior and then full combo. And then Crossroads Sonic Chick is really good because if you basically just open bare bones, like you open, I don't even know. If you open this in Fellowship, it's really good because you go Fellowship, add Junk Synchron, add Full Speed, discard the Full Speed, normal summon Junk, revive the Full Speed, and you make Junk Speeder. You can chain block Ash because this summons itself when a tuner, or I should say if a tuner is sent to grave. So you go chain 1, Junk Speeder, chain 2, Sonic Chick. So you play around Ash, which is really good. It's just a good extender, I think. Anytime a tuner is sent to grave, you can special summon it, which happens a lot. And then I think the last of the non-engine is just the Synchro Rumble that you search off of Crimson Dragon. For the non-engine, played 3 Fuelos, 3 Ash Blossom, and 3 Droll, and then 1 Nibiru. This lineup was kind of just, it was good. You mainly want to use Ash for like playing against Fua. You just Ash it and hope that they don't have a second. Fua's a Floodgate, Droll's a Floodgate, and then Nib is the one of that you want to draw off of Fua and not like open too many. Although I did open the one of kind of multiple times. Yeah, Hand Trap lineup was good, I felt like. For more non-engine, I played 3 Droplet in the main. I saw Team Samurai's deck list, and he was main decking 3 Forbidden Droplet, which I thought was interesting because I was going to be playing Imperms over the Droplets, but I felt like this, the way Synchron is that if you're playing second, you're kind of playing against like, I don't know how to describe it, an avalanche. Your starters are weak, but when you get rolling, you're good. So I think just playing cards like Droplet in the main is helpful. It didn't really come up because going second, I didn't really open it all that much. But I think in theory it's good. 1 Called By, play around Droll, Ash, Fua, cross out, play through Droll, Ash, Fua, and then talents to punish your opponent for hand trapping you a little bit. Or you can keep going. Main deck is 42 cards so far. Yeah. For the extra deck, the high levels, I highly prefer Cosmic Blazar over Shooting Majestic. So I played that one. 1 Crimson Dragon, 1 Vengeance Dragon. These are the big guys, which is a really cool end board because it's like removal in the way of not like just Omni Negates. I mean, Blazar is an Omni Negate, but like Vengeance Dragon is, it pushes a monster into your back row, or into the opponent's back row, so it's unique removal. And Crimson Dragon is Crimson Dragon. I played 1 Dissipator. This is my only level 10. I did not play the Arms of Genex. I'm not too sure why. That card is good, but I don't know. I just want to test this. And then, of course, Stardust and Axel Stardust. for your combos. Sometimes you can use this to help make your junk speeder resolve, which is how you basically win the game. One Crystal Wing. I didn't summon it too many times. One Cyframe Lord Omega. It's just usually it's just a hand rip for 2, and you put up, like, if your opponent doesn't even hand trap you, they get put on 3 cards in hand, 4, and then you're sitting on like 3 to 4 on points of interaction. And then the flex spot, I think I kind of just threw in because I didn't know what else to play. I just put up a Dawn Dragster, which does help into the end board, because it's just a spell with trap negate, which is pretty good. Let's see what else. I played a Charge Warrior. This is also kind of just a flex spot, but also just drawing an extra card is pretty good sometimes, especially when you thin your deck from usually like 3 to 5 cards. One Junk Speeder. I don't even think I need to introduce this guy. One Axel Synchron. This guy's just really cool. Level modulation. He's a tuner. And he just looks cool. And then one Herald. You can use this as part of your end board. It's really good into the Dracotail matchup. I didn't really get that far. But it's a nominee negate, and then if you're on the Mitsurugi variant, you send this to grave somehow, like mid-combo, you just add Habakiri, and that's just insanely strong. One of the new Scrap Warrior on Synchro Summon, it adds a Junk Synchron, it takes a Junk Synchron or a card that mentions Junk Warrior, and either adds it to hand or sends it to grave. Which can also help play around Droll if you do the righty line and you have like a Junk Synchron already in grave or in hand. It's really cool. It also has the effect that monsters that you control that mention Junk Warrior, or it's a Synchro monster with Warrior in its original name, they can't have their effects negated. So in the righty line, you go righty, lefty, Synchro this, add Fellowship, add Junk Synchron and Full Speed, discard Full Speed. You do the extra normal summon by banishing the Full Speed or the Fellowship. Extra normal summon the Junk Synchron, target the Full Speed, reborn it. You can do Full Speed effect because Scrap Warrior makes it so that it can't be negated. So you just get an extra card in hand, which is, I think, a really cool bit of interaction. And then the last card was Metal Marcher. If you play the Stardust Worm, which I didn't today, I'm probably going to try to at some point. Metal Marcher helps with the unaffected Junk Speeder line. It's just a whole combo, but I didn't really summon this guy a whole lot just because I didn't have the cards to do the combo, but yeah, he was kind of just there. For my side, it's kind of a bit thrown together. It was 3 Meows for the Mitsu, the Yummy matchup, 3 Retsi for Dracotail variants. This card is just good. It kind of just shuts the deck, the fusion decks down. My round 1 today was against Heroes, and I dropped this on him twice, and he had to use all of his resources to just out this, and it was just really good because then I could just start playing. I played 2 Ghost Bell also for the Dracotail matchup. I think this card, or I think Dracotail might be the worst matchup, but like playing into a Yummy Mitsu board or a Dracotail board is already just like aggravating enough. But yeah, that's the monsters. The spells, also for Yummy Mitsu, I played 3 Dark Ruler. It kind of just shuts down the deck or the end board, and then 3 Evenly Matched for basically everything, but this just plays into a Dracotail board much better than Lightning Storm or Feather Duster. And then 1 Judgment for going first, I guess, because you don't really need to side out a lot of cards going first. So I just threw in a Judgment. I'm really not sure how to fix the side deck, but I think in terms of a side deck, I just need to play board breakers, because I think Synchron is just that kind of deck that needs to play board breakers instead of like extra hand traps. But yeah, that was the list that I played today. I went 2-2, I played Hero round 1 and I won. Round 2 was Dracotail, I lost. Game 3 I just didn't open any like meaningful non-engine. Round 3 was White Forest, and again, game 3 I just didn't really. I opened like Droplet, but I had to send for like 4 cards, and then round 5, not round 5, round 4. Round 3 was White Forest. Round 4 was it kind of just seemed like pure Canine. No, it was Canine Vinkersoul. Which was an interesting match because I learned that Synchron kind of can just play freely into Vanquisol. The only problem was that he he opened Holisu, but just didn't open like multiple. Like I think Holisu was usually his only Vanquisol in hand, so he couldn't really activate it. But yeah, Synchron can play pretty well into Vanquisol. And game 3, when I was going first, I kind of tried playing through or playing around a Lupus or an Azuna in his hand. So I forgot my train of thought. I knew he was on Vanquish or Canine, so I didn't really activate any monsters in hand or grave until I was kind of like forced to extend, which worked out really well because there's not a lot of stuff that activates in hand or grave besides like Stardust or Sonic Chick, Trail, and that's basically it until you want to use like Rev Synchron or Assault Synchron and grave. Yeah, I don't want to make the video too long. I'm going to stop rambling. This is my first deck profile of this deck, and hopefully there are many more to come. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys later.